Warning, this podcast contains language not suitable for children and some adults.
Months after their fated meeting, winter had come. Travel between the village and the cabin became too risky. Worried those village idiots would find out what Helena was up to, she decided to move to the cabin for the rest of the season. Then once spring arrived, she would leave to travel into unknown lands with her newfound companion. Until that time, the Wanderer trained Helena in the ways of magic and honing her survival skills for the trials to come. Day after day Helena trained. Day after day she lost their sparring sessions. And then one evening, during their last bout for the day, in the midst of the fight, Helena had a revelation. She had struggled with some of her lessons, but in that moment she gained a complete understanding of all that magic was. All that magic has been, and all that magic ever will be. It was as if time itself had slowed down. Actually, she did slow down time, and Helena swiftly defeated the Wanderer. And in her moment of triumph, she jumped on the Wanderer and kissed him. And it should come as no surprise that at this point they had fallen in love. Now,
Come along for the ride of your life.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Oops, We Broke the Multiverse! I'm your host, as always, Anthony O'Neill. Straight across the table from me, looking me dead in the eyes, going, fuck, we could have started this so much sooner, is Anthony Gabba, our seeker, our editor, our other tattoo client.
The fucking keeper, bro. Not a seeker.
Fuck you. I'm
whatever.
changing it to
It is.
seeker. I'm changing it to seeker.
Yeah, we're playing Harry Potter now, just so you know.
Potter.
Seek a fucking dictionary.
Seeker of Seeks, Keeper of Keys, fuck you. Left of him is all of our tattoo artists, one of our ex-girlfriends, and one of our current wives.
Fuck me.
Go onto our Patreon for a
It's
full
Anne-Marie.
family tree.
Oh my god. It's Anne-Marie Cruz.
Yeah! And of course, to her left is her current husband,
Current.
the editor, and not editor-in-chief, but like head of the state, I would say, of this whole podcast, our manager, our handler,
Director.
our director.
I didn't look at it that way.
Oh.
But now,
Logistics manager.
unlimited power.
Fine, not doing myself. And of course, to his left is Jakob.
Jake.
I don't remember your last name.
Is that it?
Jake.
Sun and
Chocolate
Shine.
bringer.
Sun and Shine. Sun and
Yeah.
Shine. Jake Sun and Shine.
Is that chocolate bringer? Is that what you
Yes.
just said?
Yes.
Jake chocolate
Bringer of
Sun-
chocolates!
Sunshine. Didn't even say my full last name. Awesome. Known you
Sunshine.
for like fucking 7 years.
Sunshine.
It's Jake.
No, hint, hint. Like, bring her some fucking chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be the current husband. You've already got two.
What are you on your period or something?
I'm not trying to join this family tree. I'm
That's
good.
not what this podcast is about. Anyway, there's Anthony O'Neill. Let's get fucking started.
Go ahead and take us away, Anthony. Let's get this started. Let's get this party on the road.
So you guys finally talked to Dr. X, who didn't really give you a lot of information. He just totally ignored anything else you had to say other than he just wants you to find the dudes that keep trying to kill himself.
Also ignored our emails that were like 18 pages, front and back.
And then after that, you guys saw Lloyd again, and he apologized for his rude behavior the night before.
Oh, it's okay, Lloyd.
Yes.
And then you met the sheriff and Sophie in the diner, where Sophie gave Anne the Shadow Ward Lantern, which, by the way, I think is our first magical item of the show.
Ooh.
Wow, milestone.
And which actually the only useful thing so far to happen to us in this shit town.
Yup.
we celebrated hard last week for that fact. First
Yeah.
magical item. Whoop, whoop. Right, Jake? We sure did.
Right.
Anyway, after the magic item, you guys waited until the afternoon, and Mr. Train Jumper didn't show up.
Which is odd.
So you guys went to
Disappointing.
investigate the
Mystery.
crash site. Also, Simon's sample turned to ash. It was not meeting anymore.
Tried to catch Pokemon.
And then it got darker, and then shadowy figures started to show up. The bat creatures showed up, and
The
then
bat
y'all ran for the
man.
cabin, where immediately after you jumped in there, some dude jumped in there and said, "Who are you, and what are you doing here?"
Did he jump in there or was he already there?
No.
Oh, no, he came in.
He came in like just about afterwards. I know I did the little description, but time-wise, you're talking like
It was a little confusing.
10,
'cause it was
15
like-
seconds.
It was like 15 minutes of like, are we in the cabin?
So you said some dude. Is he actual dude human form, or is he like humanoid form, or
Can we get a description of this dude?
Yes, Jake, can we get a description of
Wait,
this
let me
dude?
get ready. Oh, I put my hand down my pants.
force?
Calm down, Colonel.
Your cell phone's broken, bro. It's been broken many
His cell
times.
phone's
Pop.
always broken.
I'm not sending dick pics over here. I'm jacking it.
I've jacked it twice since I've been here.
Jacked it off for Jake.
So he's like a beaten, like raggedy guy. He's about like middle-aged ish.
What's
got, like-
middle age to you?
To you. He's 28.
Please tell us, 24-year-old, what's middle age?
He's got pained eyes and he's just got some casual clothes on.
And
Yep.
speaking of pained eyes, Sean, what was that like for you when he said 35 was middle aged?
I definitely did not say
I
that.
take no offense.
I don't know. How do we feel? Because
As
we're about there.
31, I
and-
was offended that 35 was middle age.
Good.
That's creeping up fast.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, Jake.
As if you guys aren't making young jokes at me like every 5 seconds.
There you go, Jake. There you go.
Yeah.
You
I
have
gotta
a
have
stick
some
too.
firepower back
Swing
at you
it.
guys. Yeah. Yeah, he's just a rigid, beaten-looking guy. He just looks panicked as he rushed in there. And
Is he
he's just like,
clean shaven, beard?
Is he
Beard.
kind of
Beard,
swarthy?
he's-
Bearded.
What?
Swarthy? It's like
Swarthy.
dark and hairy.
Sure. Dark and dark like
So
his
I'm
hair is dark, or
imagining
you mean like his
Bob's
skin's
from
dark?
Bob's Burgers. You know, he's kind of he's got a mustache and like kind of a balding spot, even though he's
Yeah, he's got like a
35.
full beard, like mustache. He just does not take care of himself anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just damn near looks homeless. But his clothes are
He's a damaged soul.
Yeah.
Probably needs some antidepressants.
Probably needs a hug.
Now that we're describing me,
Does that answer your questions of what he looks like?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
You could have just pointed to Anthony O'Neill.
looks like this. All of this.
All right.
Let's-
So to reset the scene, you have a horde of angry shadow-infested animals and a half-dead bat creature outside the cabin, only being stopped by Anne's lantern. And some dude just rolled up like he owns the place.
He probably
he
does.
said-
How many times do I have to say?
A lot.
A lot. Say your one line again.
Who are you? What are you guys doing here?
Oh, there we go. And scene.
You did so good. Look at you.
Still
Sweating.
concentrate on my lantern.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you take this.
Well, you can
I
talk.
kinda-
you just
I
can't.
nudge-
I'll take it from Little.
No.
I nudge at the colonel to be like,
Who's taking it?
come on, talk to him.
Me? Hello, sir. What's your name?
Aiden.
Aiden.
Who are you guys?
Aiden. It's a little early in 2000s for an Aiden name, but it's okay. In 10 years, your name will be all over the place. Now I'm a time traveler. I am Colonel Balthazar Tiberius Foster. I am part of an organization known as DPE, or DOPE for some of our younger audiences. We came here investigating a mystery of a exploding man who keeps on dying, but keeps on coming back to life. But all descriptions of this man fit yourself, so I think mystery solved. We have you. Ha ha ha!
Good job, Pop Up. I'm Hazel, and I am keeping this lantern lit by magic.
And while you're talking, you're just hearing thunderous hammering on the walls and windows and doors. But nothing's happened yet.
Yes, and I'm Simon Beadwetter, and I'm also with DPE. Sir, is this your home?
Yeah, okay, so what are you guys doing here? Yeah, this is my home.
Well, obviously we're seeking refuge from the horde of demonic creatures outside. You saw them, right?
Yeah. They're not coming in here as long as I'm here.
Oh.
It's a long thing.
Can I turn off my light?
It's up to you. I don't
trust you enough to turn it off anyways.
care. Keep it on.
Atta girl.
I am turned on, and I will always stay turned on.
You do that.
Well, sir, why won't
Did
they
you hear
come
that,
in here
Simon?
if you're here? Trying to stay focused. I let that one slip by, but trust me, it's in my pocket.
Saving that in the bank for later, huh?
Stop it! Stop calling attention to it, sir.
Was that Simon?
Aiden.
Simon? What was
Simon, yes,
Well,
thank you.
what was that question you
The
had?
question is, why will they not come in here if you're here?
They don't come near me. I don't know
you
why.
find that odd?
Yeah.
I kind of like sniff the air to see if he like smells bad or some type of aroma, like maybe he has garlic or maybe he has certain type of rosemary or what kind of herb might repel these creatures. And I smell musty cabin.
Yeah, bachelor cabin.
How long have you lived here, Aiden?
Oh God. Longer than any of y'all been alive.
Nope. Nope.
What do you mean, nope?
Nope. Just leave it at that.
Pop Pop's
Okay.
like 800 years old. No, sorry, 300. 350 coming up.
Like Legolas from that fantastic film, Lord of the Rings. Also not a sponsor.
Oh, Jesus.
I've been alive for over 3,000 years in this town.
This town hasn't existed for 3,000 years.
Balthazar,
Is that Pangea?
let's soak that in real quick.
Why?
I'm sorry, say that
Is there-
again, Aiden.
Listen, is there anything you guys need from me, or just refuge?
Fucking refuge.
There's some blankets in the living room. Make yourselves comfortable. I got some stuff I need to get done.
If we could, though, information would be good.
What? Yes.
Yes. What are they?
Why
out
do you
there?
guys need
What,
information?
what do you have to do right now? Of all
They're shadow
times?
people. You guys saw them.
What do you do to them?
Pretend I don't know
I
what that
fucking-
is.
But you do know what they are. You saw them. I know as much as you, buddy.
All right, so I turn off my lantern a little, or no, I don't turn off. I just like focus. I'm like, so no, we need to know, what do they want?
Hell if I know.
Why are they here?
I don't fucking know.
Have they always
What
been
can
here?
hurt them?
Are you trying to investigate a
I know.
mystery?
She's asking those
I
specific questions.
Don't know.
So, you just know that you're 3,000 years old in a town that's existed for 300 years, which, well, that sounds like bullshit.
Listen, I don't. I'd love to help you guys out. Actually, I really don't. I don't care.
Yeah,
I just
you're
want out
about
of
as worthless as everybody else in this town.
That's great.
Is your last name Aiden Sheriff? Like, is that your name?
Is Sharif?
Aiden, let me ask you something. Is there something that we can do for you? As I explained, we're from the Department of Paranormal Entities. That's pretty paranormal out there.
You know any way to take me out of this godforsaken world?
I'm sorry?
He wants
Kill me,
to
please.
die.
I don't
You
follow.
know, son, I've been trying to kill myself for the past. I don't even know how long. Like,
He was. Pop was right.
Of course I was right.
I look at
So unless you
Simon
guys-
and I'm like, oh my god, he
I
has.
pull out a jar full of dust. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I hand it back to you. That's I think it's your ankle. I don't know.
put it with my other body parts.
Just rub it
Oh,
on
the
your
whole shelf
face.
jar.
I think. I mean, through all my searches, you should probably swallow that. I don't know. You are the one that is trying to die.
Yeah,
Why?
because I can't leave this fucking town. I've listen. It's been so long. I've been trying to leave this town for like 3,000 years. Okay.
Were you cursed or something? Are you bound to this town somehow through magical beings?
I have no idea.
Well,
I've tried exploring. Every time I get to the edge of town, there's like a mystical barrier or something that does not let me leave. I can't.
I'm gonna reach
So-
out to poke him to make sure he's not a ghost. And I poke him. What happens?
Ow, you little shit.
Oh,
What the fuck was that for?
I'm sorry.
Do you remember the day you first died and came back to life?
My first time?
Yes.
No, it's been 3,000 years. They're all the damn same to me.
I figured, most people like
Same thing happens.
remember their virginity taken. Wouldn't you believe your death would be?
That's also
thing.
usually within a 100-year lifespan, not a 3,000-year lifespan.
I can't confirm this. I don't really remember.
Journals? Do you have journals?
Remember my first woman. That's about it.
I don't have any journals because the same fucking thing keeps happening to me every day.
And what is that, Aiden?
I try to kill myself. Or I go
Yes.
to
Okay. Yes. All right.
So what happens
Go
if
on.
you don't try to kill yourself? And you don't try to escape this town? I just solved all your problems. You're fucking welcome.
I'd like to not live in this town anymore. I've explored about every damn inch of this town. So
Well, Aiden, honestly, I know he's a little gruff, but you and the Colonel here share a similar affliction, if you will, except for the Colonel here can move about the country, the world, freely. What do you suppose is keeping you here in Bourne?
Yeah, you got that right.
I have not a clue. I've told you all this. I don't
You
know.
have had 3,000 years to figure it out, and
Don't you think it's pretty frustrating?
Does your
sorry,
memory
that's
just
fucking
kind of,
frustrating.
That sounds pretty rude
I'd love
on my
to know.
part. Yes.
does your memory kind of start over every morning where you don't remember the night before?
No.
So you've just lived here for 3,000 years and have garnered nothing.
I've garnered stuff, but it ain't much.
We were thinking about recruiting you to DPE, but you sound pretty unsuccessful in every way possible.
Are you guys
so
here to help
maybe-
me?
I mean, we
guys
were.
here- Well, either help me or don't, because I'm.
Yes.
If you guys,
How can we help you? I guess is the right question.
That's
Kill
the point
me,
I was trying
please.
to make. Yes. So I feel like
either
we have.
kill me.
Sorry, we have resources. We have somebody who is also not able to die. So
Yes, but
if
I've
you have
never
somebody-
once wanted to die.
Well, he can move freely. Why can't you die, sir?
Long story. I found the cup of eternity and drank from it long and deep.
So you got to choose.
Yeah, I chose the fuck out of it. It's either that or die of like serious infection. I was crawling through like a Brazilian
chlamydia.
jungle. Pretty sure one of those big fucking hornets laid some eggs in my head and they were gonna hatch and eat my brain. But luckily I found this gauntlet and I drank from it and now I'm immortal and I get to go wherever I want, do whatever I want. I have a lifetime of stories. I'm gonna tell you.
You keep saying gauntlet. Do you mean goblet?
Yes.
I drank out of a glove.
I'm like, that's interesting, and I'll leave it. But
Yeah.
I just curious.
Goblet.
Did you mean goblet, not gauntlet?
Not gauntlet.
Well, sir,
Can I leave it as gauntlet?
No. Well, I mean, you could just
Yes.
leave all this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drank from a metal.
well, sir, you may have noticed. My friend here, Hazel, has some magical powers. The Colonel has lived for many, many, many years. And I myself am also of the supernatural persuasion. You may have the first group of friends that can actually help you, but you have to give us more information as to what's going on out there so that we can focus on you.
All right.
Well, okay. So
Is your
I guess-
lantern lit, Anne? Still?
Yes.
I told
Okay.
I told
So-
y'all about the shadow people. They don't attack me.
Right. Well, I guess more so about the town itself.
Oh.
None of the town folks seem to be bothered by the
Oh.
shadow people. Do they not attack the town people?
So
Is that fucking funny?
does he come at him like all aggressive and shit like that? No, some fucking floating punk.
Simon is not.
Excuse me, clash came out a little bit.
Those people, I'll put it to you simply. Those people are not the same people from a few days ago.
What?
Y'all are the.
What do you mean? They're not the same people from a few days ago. Like,
Every few days, all the people in town change. There's a whole new set of them.
So Marianne and Sheriff is not there.
Whoever there, no,
They weren't
They're-
there like last week.
no.
They're just some weird entities that just show up.
Since the very first original townspeople I saw here, You're the first actual people I've ever seen.
So what do you think those people are? Are they just like
I have
magical illusions?
Is it like in Truman Show where they just change out all the actors?
Just about, yeah.
Oh,
What the hell?
plot twist.
Directed by M. Night
I
Shyamalan.
assume it's like that.
I actually looked it up just now. It's in 1998, so I'm like, yeah. That's
know, I
cool.
was like, wait a
I'm fucking
minute.
throwing that in. Throwing that in.
But what the fuck is Truman Show?
Yeah, he's like a hill person who's never seen it. You have a
sounds
television,
right.
sir.
There's
I'm a
even
TV star?
There's even a microwave in the hotels where you can reheat up your pie. Not letting that one go.
Neither did I.
So that kind of explains why they were so useless. They don't know anything because they've only been here for a week. However, you've been here for 3,000 years, and so far all the information isn't super helpful. Besides, all the townspeople are useless and
Well, I'm
not
sorry, I can't
really
be of more
real.
service.
Well, here's a
We're
question.
Sorry to inconvenience you.
No, we're
I'm
trying-
trying to die right now.
We're trying to help each other out.
Here's a question. So you've been here 3,000 times. 12 months times 30 days, relatively, and you've lived about the same day every single day of those. So, have you ever tried to kill these townspeople, or is that rage just focused on yourself?
I went on a murdering spree or two.
And what happened?
They all got replaced the next day. Brand new people.
Okay, I got the thumbs up.
And they all acted like they had all been there ever since they knew each other
And
from
the
very
night
beginning.
before, when you went on your murder spree, nothing happened. Like they all acted like it. You're.
I don't know, I was dead.
What about Lloyd, the guy over the hotel?
Yeah, he's been here. He's the only one. But he sometimes forgets me. He remembers me for a little bit, and then it seems once everybody gets swapped out, he loses his memory.
So if you step outside this house right now with all the shadow people, they would just go away.
Yeah, they run away from me. I've even tried to come up and attack them. They just run straight away from me.
So I would like to propose this. Simon, would you take a blood sample possibly from him also and analyze it or send it to the lab so that we can actually understand maybe what kind of genetics or something that's in him that repels these shadow people? Because he's not exactly full of light.
So those shadows of what's happening outside right now, there's a big... Every time that happens, the town's about to reset.
The town is about to reset.
Oh, and the layout of the town switches up. It's a
I
whole
was
thing.
going to ask, does the town ever change? Because obviously, when I map quested this village town, the roads did not pan out the way the maps were laid out online.
Yeah, the entire layout of the town changes along with the people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So those biggest storm of shadows, that happens every single time right before
Seems like this
everything's about to change.
town's very magical, and you seem slightly in tune with it, though you don't know how to process it. So I think that maybe
Are you psych-evaluating me right now?
I am in tune with magic. I don't know if you noticed. Watch this lantern light up brighter, lower. See how I'm not doing
Wow, you can turn
anything?
a dial.
Wow. Not a dial, it's my mind and magic.
So, are you originally
Great.
from here, Aiden?
No,
Where are you from originally?
I can't remember. It's been so long.
So you actually don't remember, so you could have actually been from here. Stupid.
I mean, not because he's white and in America and 3,000 years old. Stupid.
I'd like to investigate a mystery here and talk to the keeper.
Okay.
All right, so here's what I want to ask. What sort of creature is it? Aiden. Is he human?
Yeah, he's just extremely old, and he's got no memories of anything before that 3,000-year mark.
All right, and I think I wouldn't ask what can hurt it, because obviously nothing. But, so what's being
Well,
concealed here, maybe even past him,
Ooh, what
like
can
he
be
doesn't
concealed
know.
here?
I mean, I heard I just can't die.
He doesn't know what he doesn't know, but what is being concealed here? Not to give away the show, right?
Right.
High
No, I
five.
got to think about that for a second so that I don't ruin the whole show.
Sure. Like, okay, let me rephrase that, or if I can give more detail.
Yeah.
He just seems to never have investigated the fact that the shadow people come or why that happens, right? After all that time. But to me, something's going on with them that he's not even aware of. So what's going on here with the shadow animals and stuff? As much as you can give us.
Well, so like he said, they don't.
Is that accurate? I guess there's a better question.
Yes, what he said is accurate. They don't harm him. He can't catch them or get close to them, and they run away from him.
So it's not like he's commanding them.
No, they're more like watchers.
Okay.
Than
And then
hostile beings.
finally, what can it do? So what can he do other than not die?
Oh yeah, Jake, what's your class?
I'm a spooky.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that? And you can sum him up too. Like, is he telepathic? Is he like a
Yeah,
is he
yeah.
a shaman
Don't
kind of a
read
thing?
it. Just give us.
Yeah, you don't have to read
He's
it.
telepathic. He has premonitions, and he's got a big whammy.
What?
And a big whammy. He's got a big,
Oh, sorry.
Like Matt
got a big
Smith
whammy.
Big.
like a big old whammy. Do you want to read
Like
big whammy?
Tommy
Tell
Lee
me,
big?
tell me about how big the
Matt
whammy
Smith.
is. Let's tell me when I'm done.
Who's Matt Smith?
The
Oh my
doctor.
god, this big, this.
I was
wait.
waiting for
Oh my god, it's like my arms can't reach that far anymore. Oh my god.
I'll sum it up with that.
So his whammy is big.
So he's a supernatural being with he gets his powers from an unnatural source.
A source that he probably doesn't know what it is yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know where he gets them from.
Got it.
Okay, that answers all my questions.
Also, is pretty much exactly what he said,
And so he's also got a dark side.
right? Because
Did
he's
we
like,
need to say that?
yeah.
He also has a dark side, and it causes some effects from him. He has-
Obviously, yeah, it's called like unhospitality.
well, he has paranoia.
That makes sense.
He is soulless, and
Oh,
And-
that's a big one.
and he has poor impulse control.
Love it.
Jumping in front of trains and like instead of like going to figure out like what's causing all this harm in the town, he's just like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna focus myself and try to whack myself off.
He lives.
with his big whammy. He's
big
trying to whack
whammy.
himself off with his big whammy.
He lives life with no consequences after
Yeah.
3,000 years. Him and
Well, I mean-
Lloyd probably, have a good understanding of each other.
I understand him.
Yeah.
Aiden, why didn't you like go into these shadow people? Why haven't you investigated this at all?
I have not investigated the shadow people
How long have they been here?
ever since I've been here.
So he's kind of used to it by now.
Which makes sense because
I-
the sheriff said it's been about like a couple weeks or so, or about a month. So if the sheriff keeps popping up every month or so, he's like, oh, they've only been here for so long. But Aiden's telling us it's been here since for 3,000 years.
That makes sense. Aiden, to get back to the blood sample, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to take a blood sample, and he opens up his awesome button-up dragon shirt and reveals some vials, and he'd like to prick you and take a sample.
Is this gonna help me die?
Perhaps,
It could.
if this
Go
is what
for
you
it.
wish.
Something I
Oh,
haven't
just
tried
take
yet,
a
go
little
for it.
prick.
There you go. There you go. He does not.
He's done it to
Anyway.
all of us.
Right.
It's
So
painless.
when
He's got
when I-
practice.
Yeah, when I prick him, does it draw blood?
Yeah, it draws blood. But as you do that, the cabin door flies open. And you see the bat creature in the doorway.
Shit.
And he is just screaming at you, just as loud and as hard as he can.
I
Or it.
shove the lantern like that's like towards his face a little bit more, so more aggressively. I've got light.
It reels back for a second and then stops and starts to force its way in.
All right, well, I'm going to pull out my sword from my cane sheath and attack him. Kick some ass.
How far away is he? Like, how far into the cabin are all of us?
Oh, y'all are probably like,
Just in the doorway.
yeah, like maybe 8 feet from the door.
Keeper,
Okay.
did it get my blood sample?
You did get your blood sample.
I tidily put that away, put the cap on,
Jesus,
label it
easy
with a
there,
fine
Dexter.
point Sharpie, and the date. Anybody have the time? No? Okay, I'll
It's
just
time to
take
kick
a
some
guess.
ass, Simon.
Yes.
I was waiting for Anthony to say
All
that.
right, so I draw my cane sword from its sheath,
That's what I really
and
did.
I turn on the bat. Man.
Man, bat.
Is this the closest the bat has ever gotten to Aiden?
Yes.
Ah.
You
I'm looking like
us
I don't like liars.
in your house.
This is the closest this thing's ever gotten to me. I don't know what the hell y'all brought here, but
You sound pretty fucking calm. There's a man bat in your house.
So I'm going to inflict harm. I rolled a 9.
That's below its AC.
No, it's not. On a 7+, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. Amount of harm is based on established dangers in the game. Ooh. So it's 2 harm for him. So he plunges his sword deep into the Batman's chest, puncturing him easily.
So as you thrust your cane sword deep into his shoulder,
No,
chest,
chest.
he screeches and reels in pain and takes his good arm. Gooder arm. This thing is falling apart because you guys have been beating on it for a while, and it took what, 1 or 2 shotgun blasts to the chest already.
One and done from old Simon Beadwetter.
And it's not trying to like murder face you, it's trying to get you away from something, and it just ups and hucks you across the room. So now you're about 10 feet from where you were up against the cabin wall.
Okay, perfect. So whenever I take harm, I can roll cool. And depending on my heal, I can just immediately heal harm. That is 8. So I heal 1 harm. So I sustain no injuries during this encounter.
You just get thrown.
Yeah, I just get thrown.
All right, so Simon sees the bat. He tries to, and what happened to the Colonel. So he's getting his shotgun out, and he's very, very, very nervous. So he's trying to fumble with the bullets and shit, and he's not getting it together. And then you just see him kind of like lower the shotgun. He's like, "No, I can do this. I don't need you right now. Come on, get the goddamn shotgun." And then you see him just kind of drop it, and he kind of goes staring into the distance a little bit. And then he falls to the ground on 4 legs and starts to kind of curl. And then he starts to shake really violently. And then he's getting bigger, like physically his mass is getting bigger, where now he's on all 4s and starts to stand up, and he has now turned into Crash. He is a werewolf-looking dog man sort of thing, and of course he wears like kind of this undersuit that stretches with him, so no, he is not naked.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Pop.
I see your transformation something akin to like American Werewolf in London.
Yeah. Except for he's not as beastie. Yeah,
Right.
he's still, yeah.
While our players are getting their shots, let me talk to you a little bit about what we have in store for you, the audience. Of course, we have our Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/OWBTM podcast. But we're also on YouTube now. And we got a merch store coming out very soon, which you can find on Facebook or on Instagram at OWBTM_the multiverse. So check us out and stay tuned.
Okay.
So Crash is right now he's facing Colonel Balthazar there, and he looks at him, and then he can see that the Colonel's fine, right? He's indestructible, but he kind of turns around to the man bat in the doorway, right? He's still in the doorway, or is he now?
He's
the home.
He's past the doorway. He just flung Balthazar up against the wall, and he's
Right.
taken a couple steps more towards where you were with Aiden, right when you were, doing the needle thing.
But mind you, he has a shotgun blast to the stomach and a sword in his chest, so...
The sword's still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't bring it with me.
So after he sees you transform, he screeches again, and a big old shadowy grizzly bursts into the window right behind you.
Kind of torched by me.
What is a grizzly?
Grizzly bear.
A grizzly man.
Oh, that's terrible.
Naked.
Grizzly Adams.
So Crash.
Grizzly bear.
So now we are seeing Crash for the first time, and he looks at the bear coming in, and he looks back at the bat, and he says, "Sorry to crash the party, but nobody throws around my old man but me, bitch." And then he flexes and looks at Hazel.
Oh my god.
I'm going to go ahead and protect someone. I'm going to roll for that. This is where I can protect harm to another character. I'm going to try to protect Hazel. given that she's holding the light up and we think that still repels the shadow monsters. Snake eyes. Anybody want to help?
Yes, I'll help you. Well, I mean, how the
I need a
fuck do
7.
All right, well, I'll try to help you here.
Come
Yeah,
on, you
but-
pushy. Do your job.
Yeah, but am I
I
allowed
rolled 3,
to
so
help?
I'm not helping you.
Shit.
No, you can't do anything other than keep your lantern lit.
Great, thank you for that.
Sweet.
clarification.
All right.
But
She
as
was-
you can notice, it's not working that well anymore.
Might as well drop it and move on.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and.
No, you're
so
good.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and. I'm thinking that the bear is probably the bigger threat right now. So Crash turns to the bear after doing kind of a looking at both of them back and forth. And be like, "Yep, that one." And he's gonna run at the bear and try to use a claws attack on him. Fucking snake eyes again.
The cursed die.
Oh,
Well, at least you got
man.
2
Yep,
experience
not easy to
points.
go. Oh yeah.
Make sure you mark that.
So
I'll
you.
mark one on mine, too.
So you.
Do you want to help me again?
Yeah, I'll help you on that one.
Oh, you guys are so lame.
6.
Yeah.
So I will also take
Okay.
another experience on that.
Oh wow. We are
Succeeding at
fucking this up.
everything's no fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I go to claw him, and what happens?
So you go to claw at this shadowy bear, and you trip. Like you're not. It's been a while since Simon's transformed into Crash. He's got sea legs. He's trying to find his sea legs, basically.
Yeah.
So the bear is coming at you, and it just like shoulders into you and knocks you down to the ground.
I let out a.
I see my lantern is not working. Can I? Right, I noticed that. You told me that. That's
Yes.
not working. So maybe I pause that and I try to help out somebody.
Okay. So it's like things are still being damaged. Like you can tell that they don't like that light, but it's not stopping stuff from coming in anymore.
Because I shoved my light towards Man-Bat and he just still kept coming in.
Yeah, and it's remember it doesn't do damage to them. It's supposed to repulse them.
And it's not repulsing them anymore.
It's not repulsing them anymore.
So
Not in this case.
I'll pause it, hook it up onto one of my fanny packs. Don't laugh at my fanny packs. And I will help out. Is it too late to help out anybody, or should I
No,
just
no,
attack?
no.
you can.
You can help me out.
Yeah.
Try to help me out.
All
please.
right.
I was just questioning the whole like, why not add some drama to this thing?
Well, I was trying to, but you failed your protection roll.
I
so.
got 10.
Noise.
10.
All right, so that bumps my act under pressure up to a 10.
What?
And so here's what I do. I run up to Man-Bat, and I pull my sword out, going sideways to injure him. And then I focus my attention onto the bear that's paying attention. Well, not really paying attention to him, because we both failed that.
I'm obviously not a threat to any of them.
Yeah.
So for me and my blood.
That's what
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, so you get your sword back and you.
Yeah. I pull that out, going left to right, not back.
Okay.
So that will inflict damage, I assume?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not looking. It's not looking great at all.
Well, no,
like it's.
I inflicted like 4 harm on him last time, and I just did the same. Plus his shotgun, I mean, he's...
Do we notice a necklace on him, or is he not necklaceless?
Yeah, no, the Man-Bat doesn't have it.
All right. We probably covered that last time.
They didn't ask, so.
All right, so I go up to the specter bear, and I just kind of point my cane in front of his face. And I'm going to let somebody else do something. Jake, how about you?
So
Aiden.
Aiden, how
Aiden's
about...
looking like real freaked out and like worried because these guys have never gotten this close to him before. So he's like, "Holy shit, something new!" But also, this is scary as fuck. So he's gonna kind of be like, "All right, I'm gonna try and finally fucking do something to this guy." And he's gonna do a big old whammy on the Batman bat.
Simon would be so
Man,
mad
man,
right
man.
now.
Man bat.
I'm surprised he didn't just open
Man.
his arms and be like, "Take me, finally."
You know. Yeah. So use a prize against mass. So I'm gonna roll plus weird. Holy shit. Okay, that's a 12.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Is that
10
a
plus
critical?
Huh?
10 plus 2.
Is there a critical in this game?
No, it's just a full success.
We'll find out in
Well,
episode 8.
there are some skills that get bonuses based on what you roll. So he'd have to read his skill and see if there's any bonuses.
So it's just kick some ass
Skill?
plus weird.
Okay. Well, I was thinking he was going to try and drive the enemy away in a route. Why is it spelled like that?
I know.
Well, you might kill it, so you might as well just do double harm and like absolutely blast into oblivion.
I mean, what do you have to
Actually,
live for?
yeah, because he's looking pretty bad.
Yeah, at a game, this thing's fucking is dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. You say with just the normal? What'd you say?
No, if you do the double damage one, it's dead.
Yeah. There's
He
a double
does
damage.
double damage because he's really pissed and can finally hit this thing.
So
He does it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you? So wait, what is your attack? Like, do you have a weapon? Or are you using your fists? Like, what's going on here? You gotta be a little more descriptive.
Am I pretty open with that? Because it just says you use your powers. So
Falcon punch.
Yeah, it's however you want to use it. You can have a weapon, or you can
Use your
telekinetically or
Fucking
psychically
Hadouken's
enhance
this
your
guy.
fist. Yeah.
like Hadouken's this guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna just fucking power fist this guy, like right in his chest.
So like your fist glows, and you just
Yeah, like glows blue, and then fucking just jams it right into the Batman bat's chest.
perfect.
It's like I never liked the series anyway. Wait, no, I never liked the series anyway. There you go.
So the Batman gets just hammered by this glowing fist, this blue fist, and then part of his chest disappears and gets absorbed into your glowing blue fist, and it crumbles onto the ground on its knees, and it's putting itself up against you like it's protecting you, and then it disappears, and all that energy goes into you.
Aiden's like super confused right now.
All right, so Crash is gonna get up and try to finish the bear off. Hold on, go ahead.
Can we like have dialogue during fight scenes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always.
Do you want to say something?
Yeah, that part of it, you can think of it like D&D. It's a free action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was it. It's not good. Just go.
You don't have like a one-liner to say after that one?
One liner.
Looks like
No, I'm
your
not
series
Simon.
has been
Like,
canceled.
why did that energy go into you? What do you feel like when that energy goes into you?
What do I feel like?
Your
Yes.
soul is mine.
It's first time it's happened.
He doesn't
for you.
have a soul.
It's the first time it's happened for me ever. I'm like wicked surprised. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like looking back at everybody like, did you guys see what I just saw? That thing just went into me.
Crash is getting up and he says, "That's what she said."
So then you hear, after you've witnessed the energy going inside of you, you hear this, what sounds like a grandfather clock chiming. Just, it's super loud, like it's shaking your heads. It's loud, but it's in your head. And you hear this disembodied voice.
And say, I found you.
Fuck, it's Voldemort.
Harry Potter.
Let me see him.
So visually, do we notice anything different going
Well-
on with Aiden?
So after you hear the grandfather clock chime, everything goes black, and you see Simon/Crash floating in this blackness as Crash, I'm assuming, since you're still in Crash's form.
Current form, yeah.
But you can all see it, and you see Simon walking home from his most recent D&D campaign, looking confident and happy, having just vanquished a mighty Tarask.
In 3.5, it was possible.
Yep. Nearby, a homeless person stirs under a mound of cardboard. Quick as lightning, the stranger forces himself at Simon to take his belongings, fighting back with every ounce of strength in his noodly arms could muster.
Accurate.
Until the stillness of the night air is broken by a shrill screech. Simon has been bitten by the homeless person. Sometime later, we see Simon astonished at his completely healed arm. Having just seen 2002 Spider-Man starring Tobey Maguire, Simon proceeds to test the limits of his healing ability in many different ways. To an onlooker, he might seem like a crazy person, until one day he just jumps right off the roof of his house. During the fall, he transformed into a massive werewolf before landing ungracefully on the front lawn.
Quite unfortunate, young Simon. Being attacked like that by your lesser. You should really learn to protect yourself better. I suppose you gain the power of lycanthropy out of it, but usually people are turned much more elegantly. Oh, but what is this I sense? Oh yes, the failed experiment. You have another inside of you, yes?
Come again, bro.
Ah, you are already here. Very good.
Who's saying that, bro? Come on out. Fucking get over here. What is this?
Now I see why he shuns you.
He's afraid of me. He's afraid of what I can do, bro. Don't talk to me like that. He's weak. He needs me.
The only good thing about you is the display of power you put on for his darling Hazel.
Whoa. Fucking come on, bro. Way to call it on the carpet.
The clock rings again. And then you all see an excited Hazel as a young girl going through her mom's old mementos, discovering her very first spells. Then we see Hazel as a young woman at the Covenant, waiting patiently as the other witches reluctantly decide to grant her entry, even though they know who her mother is, or perhaps that is why they are reluctant. Even inside she is shunned and ignored, only acknowledged by an old woman who wore a look of pity on her face. She talks to Hazel and encourages her to stop chasing her mother and to build a life all her own.
Ah, look. Another witch. As if I haven't dealt with enough of those already. Your family tree, however, is quite interesting. Your great-grandfather, for instance, cured of one disease only to be forced to live with another. How much longer before he goes back to the well, do you think, How long before he too abandons you?
That's not fair. I've suffered enough. I don't think he will. I'm not going to abandon him. If he does, then that's his own loss. However, I do feel like he's not going to go anywhere. I'm like, he's stuck with me. He's stuck with me until I die of my own immortality, despite him being here forever. But if he does get bored of me, I feel like super awkward and just like, this is my life. My mom died. Everyone else died around me. Pop, even though he's immortal, now I have like this weird sense that he could just, you know what, I'm done with you. I can just kick you out of DOPE. It's fine.
Ah, yes, your mother. How could we forget her? Believe it or not, I have met your mother. Quite the warrior, that one, until she fell in a war on another plane of existence, battling my hordes.
You know her, and she did use magic. Please tell me more. Like, I'm like, this is amazing. Like, so she did use magic. She just, this could be the reason why she actually never actually told me about magic and why she always hid it from me.
A third time the clock strikes, and the colonel bursts into sight. Battered, bruised, and bloody, running from mythical jungle beasts, cannibals, and gunshots of his betrayers. Running day and night until he stumbles into a tribal village where he exchanges what little he has on him for information on the Well of Eternity. After what seemed like weeks, he finally got what he needed and set out for the pool. And then we see the outside of a great temple and an astonished colonel standing at the entrance. Stumbling up the stone steps, and inside he comes face to face with a great bowl made of onyx. Inside was a deep pool somehow blacker than the onyx itself. Plunging himself into the murky depths, exclaiming,
I found it. I finally found it.
Drinking from the pool he now sat in, his vision started to blur as he sank into unconsciousness.
I see, the one who cursed himself with imperfect longevity. How does it feel to be eternally old and out of your prime? There are those that have lived far longer than you, but in the end, they all succumb to madness. How are you faring on the sanity front?
So far, it's not so bad, you know? Seen a lot of the people I cared about and loved die, but happens. I'm kind of a self-centered prick sometimes. Really, my whole life I've only thought about myself. I really thought about others until this group I'm with. They keep me young, they keep me sharp, especially that young Hazel. Well, it makes Pop proud.
I bet you're grand about her, you know. She has thoughts of cursing herself the way you did. Is that something you really want on your conscience?
Part of growing up is making your own dumb mistakes. I wouldn't take that away from young Hazel. She can make her own mistakes she wants. All I know is I've never been more proud.
With a fourth ring of the grandfather clock, a voice rings out and says,
Ah, and you. I finally found you. Get ready, I'm coming.
What? Who are you?
and all you see is pitch black with red eyes, and they just get more and more intense with just drumming and droning in your head, getting louder and louder until it's split by a brilliant blue light. Then there is a sixth and final bell ring, and the whole party comes to on the main road just outside of town. You are standing in the exact same place you met Sheriff Isaac Sheriff the day before. The Bronco is there, and the figure in front of you is wearing the uniform with Isaac's nameplate on it. But you see now that there's no face, just wispy shadows and bright blue orbs for eyes, standing in a non-hostile way. And from behind you, you hear a familiar voice say, "Buh, how the hell did I get here?
Shut up!
What the fuck happened to his face?"
Thank you for listening to Oops, We Broke the Multiverse podcast. You can find us right now on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Oops, We Broke the Multiverse podcast. Our crew today, Keeper this season, Anthony Gabba. Hazel Foster was played by Anne-Marie Cruz. Simon Beadwetter was played by Sean Cruz. And of course, Colonel Balthazar was played by Anthony O'Neill. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for our next episode.